So if you've seen my other videos, you know that the ClipSwitch flashlight has lots of advantages. However, there are some disadvantages, and this video I'm going to talk about those disadvantages. The first and probably most striking disadvantage is that as you lift the pocket clip to break the contact, and when you go to reconnect it again, there's a small spark that occurs. So that means that you cannot use this light in a flammable environment. Now, it's a small spark, so it would have to be a very flammable environment in order for it to cause an explosion or a fire, but it is a spark nonetheless, so this is unsafe to use in flammable environments. Probably the second biggest disadvantage to this light is that it can get debris caught under the pocket clip. Now, it doesn't happen very often, and if you're using the right type of material for your clothing, it's not going to happen hardly at all. However, it can become an issue. If the light does act up, you can either reclip it or pull it up and put it back down, or wiggle the clip back and forth, and that'll keep it working. But again, we're talking about disadvantages, so that is one disadvantage. Another disadvantage would be that the light requires a little bit more maintenance than a regular light, since the contacts are exposed. So if you get lots of oil, debris, etc., it's going to make the contacts not work as well. But to overcome that, you just basically remove the pocket clip, clean everything up, put it back together, and you're good to go. Third disadvantage is that this light will come on in certain situations when you have wet clothing. Depends on the type of clothing that you're wearing, but if the clothing's wet, it will start to come on a little bit. Basically, that can be done away with by just turning the light off, and then it acts just like a normal flashlight where you pull it out of your pocket and you can turn it back on. Another disadvantage to this light is that it cannot be depended on 100% for tactical situations. So since the pocket clip can get debris caught underneath it, it's very possible that the light won't come on right away when you pull it out of your pocket due to debris getting caught underneath. And therefore, I would not recommend it for tactical situations, even though this light in and of itself is not really a tactical light. And finally, probably the last disadvantage that this light has is that if the pocket clip gets bent or broken, the light will not come on, since the clip is what actually makes contact. So you can get around it by holding a piece of metal across the contacts, like a paper clip or something like that. But it is a disadvantage if you happen to break your pocket clip, although you can replace the pocket clip and all you have to do is remove the paint from the inside of the pocket clip on the back and on the front, and you're good to go.